what the fuck is going on?
I do.
And it's where they see love as a transaction, and that's what narcissists see. They see it.
Go through the roller coaster, accept it. You're going to go through it.
They don't value love the same way that I do.
Eventually, you're going to get to the point where you're sick of it.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to go over how to get over a breakup, especially when you've been through a toxic narcissistic prick relationship like me. I've been through 7 years of hell of breakups, and I have been through the ins and outs, but I've also gotten through them and came back stronger. Don't see a breakup as that you've lost yourself in the relationship and now you're just like, shit, I've got to find yourself again. No, bitch, you are actually rebuilding yourself. So think of the person that you want to be and start to become it. Start to think about it. After the breakup, you'll go through all the emotions, and you got to accept it, because you're going to go through fucking anger, crying, hurt, confusion, all of it. You're probably going to be numb. You're not going to be eating, but make sure that you eat, because don't get to the point where you're just like not eating, not taking care of yourself because you need to. Sometimes sleep is something you can't help. I remember when I was going through a breakup, especially with my toxic narcissistic ex, it was kind of like a shock breakup, and those are the hardest because you become numb and it feels like you've totally lost yourself. I think it's like a trauma response afterwards. You can't sleep, you can't eat, and that's just something you have to get over. You have to force yourself to eat because you don't want to get an eating disorder, and that was one of the things I was like, no, I'm not going through this again. I need to eat, and I need to eat so that I can focus and get over this breakup. And you'll feel down, but you've got to accept the emotions, the heartbreak, the anger, the confusion, everything that comes with it, and just work on healing yourself and accepting that. I used to go for walks, I used to go out running. As soon as I went through that breakup, I was like, what makes me happy? What is my escape? And sitting there and thinking in my room and just constantly thinking about the breakup, they didn't help. For me, I just wanted to escape. So I used to go out running. I used to take my anger out and put it into my running. I didn't run to lose weight. At the first I did it, when my first breakup, I ran to lose weight, but eventually it was my way of just escaping, of trying to escape my mind and trying to work out what happened with the breakup. And sometimes your brain is going to do that because it's going to try and understand, okay, this is a big change that's happening, what the fuck is going on? And it's working it out for you. And sometimes it will show you happy memories of, you know, that person that you love, but all you have to do is be like, nah, I'm not thinking about that, and think about something else. Think about an orange or some shit like that. Do not suppress your emotions. You know, just accept your emotions for how it is. You're going to be angry, you're going to be confused. Just go through the roller coaster, accept it. You're going to go through it, and eventually you're going to get to the point where you're sick of it, and then you're like, okay, fuck this, all right, it's not helping. I need to actually sort my shit and get over it. So you need to come up with a goal. So what is something that you've always wanted to achieve? What is something that is going to help you shift your mindset, your focus that's on the relationship and onto yourself, onto your goals? And for me, I had 3 weeks to pull my shit together because I had started my new job. So I needed a goal. So I started focusing on trying to get a motorbike. So I booked my basic handling, and then I booked my learner's test, and I was going through the motions of trying to learn all the road rules all again because it's different for motorbike. And then I purchased a motorbike, and then once I got it, it was my hobby. I was out. It was my thing to focus on. It was something I was learning, and that's something that I used also, as well as running, as well as walking, to get over the relationship. Talking with friends, talking with your family is also really good when it comes to getting over a breakup. You just need to let it out, and you may feel like you're trauma dumping onto your friends, but if they're good quality friends and they're there for you, they will also recognize that they've been through that breakup as well. They've been through breakups as well, and you're not the only one. And talking with people that are going to support you is going to help. Go see a psychologist, go see a therapist. I kind of regret that I didn't go see a psychologist or a therapist at the time. I think I had such a stigma against therapists and psychologists, and my parents were like, no, you can sort it out yourself. And so instead of actually going and seeing a therapist, I used to go on YouTube and research people on how to better yourself after a breakup, and I used to do that all the time. And I just constantly listened to other people try and explain of how I could better myself and trying to understand what happened. And I researched narcissists, what they were all about, because I needed to reframe my mindset of how I pictured my ex. I didn't know he was a narcissist, didn't even know what they were. You know, in my head, I couldn't work out how someone could treat someone like that. And you know, it's not until you've been through it that you actually start to understand, oh, people like this do exist. I mean, if you think about it, who goes out there and kills people? Serial killers and all that. There must be something mentally wrong with them. So once you work out that, hey, maybe the person I was with, they don't value love the same way that I do. They see love as a transaction, and that's what narcissists see. They see it as like a transactional experience. And once you've come to accept that, and that your relationship, it wasn't real, and that's the hard part, is accepting that maybe the relationship, especially with a narcissist, wasn't real. If you had a healthy relationship, you need to accept, yes, we had some good times, but then ultimately, what changed? What changed in the relationship that made it crumble and made us grow apart? Maybe it was just that you were growing separate ways, and that happens in relationships. Sometimes you have been together for so long and then you eventually grow apart, and that's okay, because you have different interests, you have different experiences that you want to see, and you change. And that's the whole point about growing up, is that you change. And these experiences, don't see the breakup as why me, why poor me, because I'm going to tell you to cut the bullshit, because it's not a why me experience. It's an experience that's going to make you stronger. You may not see it at the time. You may see it as a fuck, like the life hates me, like why this, like why does this always happen to me? But maybe there's something that you're not learning, that you're not seeing when you're going through these breakups. Like maybe there's something you're doing in the relationship, whether it's not having high self-worth. Boundaries are really important in relationships. Otherwise people are just going to walk all over you. Like, especially when it comes to cheating, if you accept someone cheating on you in a relationship, then yeah, you have low self-worth, you have no boundaries. No one should be cheating on you. You do not deserve that. So you need to build up your self-worth. And being single, that's the perfect time to do that. You know, start watching YouTube videos on like how to build self-worth. You know, start meditating, start going running, putting effort into yourself, and exercise, eat healthy. You know, get your hair done or get your nails done if you're a girl. If you're a guy, go to the gym or do something that you really like. Biking, your hobbies. Do something that you enjoy. And know that you do not deserve to be like treated that way. And read books. Honestly, self-help books saved my life when I was going through my last relationship breakup. I used to read self-help books all the time, and focusing on my physical health definitely increased my endorphins. It made me feel 10 times better about myself. And you need to engage in activities that you enjoy. Put yourself out there. Try new things. I mean, you've already gone through a breakup. You've already been through the hard shit of it. What's the worst that can happen by putting yourself out there? You know, you've already been rejected by someone you loved. What's the worst that's going to happen by, putting yourself out there towards strangers that you don't even know, like I'm doing? Now, I don't know you guys. I'm putting myself out there. I'm looking like an idiot by doing this, but I'm putting myself out there, not caring what other people think, because I want to help people. I want to help people get over the feelings that they're feeling. I don't want people to feel stuck, especially when it comes to a breakup, and be mourning over it for years and years or months and months, when actually you can kick it up the ass within a few weeks and start to change your mindset. And it all starts with you. No one's going to come and save you. And once you recognize that, once you realize that no one's going to actually come and save you, you will start to make that fucking change. So that's what I'm here to do. So this may have been part of the first scenario of how to get over a breakup. I will cut it there. But if you like the video, please like, subscribe, comment. I will be doing some more videos on relationships, breakups, mindset changes. And yeah, this is my second video and more to come. I'm still learning, still getting to know myself and how I am probably going to fucking create this. But we'll get there. We'll get it.